3 Instagram-free businesses that are still growing in 2026. Today, I'm breaking down how 3 of my clients run completely successful businesses without posting on Instagram. Yes, even in 2026. And let me just tell you, they're not only surviving, they are thriving. One has a multi-six-figure brand, another 7 figures. One hasn't shared her income online that I've seen, but I know that my check always clears. So what I'm going to show you today isn't some quit social media forever hype. It's actually going to be a peek behind the scenes at the real strategies they're using to grow without constantly chasing the Instagram algorithm. I have to be honest with you. I recently posted a 9 grid on my own account because I am done. I don't know if I'm going to be done forever. I don't know if I'm still going to post stories or hop on the occasional reels trend, but for the most part, I'm feeling pretty done. I posted a 9 grid because I was like, I get clients from other places. I don't get clients from Instagram, yet Instagram is taking up so much of my time and mental energy. It's actually insane. I posted that yesterday at the time of recording, and I woke up today feeling so much lighter. So even though I'm not including my own business as an Instagram free business, next year I will be. When I posted yesterday, so many people messaged me saying that they wish that they could quit Instagram, but they feel like they need to be there. In fact, NG, which is a small business marketing software, I'll link to them in the comments. They are fabulous. If you are looking for help marketing your business, highly recommend. They released a state of small business report that said most small business owners, more than half would quit at least one social media channel if they felt like they could. But they feel like they have to be there because everybody is doing it. And in this video, I want to show you actually not everyone is doing it. So if you've ever wondered if it's possible to grow without Instagram in 2026, stick around because not only is it possible, I'm going to show you why it might just be your next best move and how you can market your business instead. By the way, if we haven't met yet, I'm Kara. So I'm a content marketer and founder of the Kara Report. We help women-owned businesses get visible online without running themselves to the ground. And I'm here to remind you that you are not required to be everywhere. Instagram isn't the only option. And in this video, I'm going to share 3 real case studies to prove it. So let's dive in. Actually, because of who I am as a person, I need to give you a few disclaimers. I'm not going to say any names. None of the information that I'm sharing is confidential. If you knew the client, you'd be able to find everything online about them that I'm going to share for obvious reasons. A lot of it is my perception as well. So there might be secret revenue channels behind the scenes that I'm not seeing, and that is what it is. Okay, but I'm sharing my perspective as somebody who is involved in their business, who watches them very closely. I am observant. That is one of my clients' most commented things on hiring me. They're always saying things like, I love that you just notice things that I do so that I don't have to tell you, because who really needs another contractor that they constantly have to update? I know that I don't. I offer done for you blogging for SEO and Pinterest marketing. So if you're interested in either of those services, you can find the details in the description below. Okay. Moving on to what you came here for. Client number 1 is in the finance world. So think fractional CFO, accountant, bookkeeper, that kind of space. And she has been in business for 15 years and has been off of Instagram since 2017. She offers a mix of done for you services. She has a group program/course that she launches. I think it's once or twice a year. And then she has a digital shop that she sells digital products through year round. So from what I can see, she has a launch model. She has an evergreen model. I'm sure she has a referral network after being in business for 15 years. So that's all very cool. For marketing, she has a seasonal podcast with guest experts. So designed for discoverability, guests go on the podcast and then they share about it, getting more people to connect with her. We also turn every podcast episode into an SEO optimized blog post so people can find it on Google or things like ChatGPT. If you're searching like a guest name or the topic, we want to show up in front of it. And then she also has evergreen funnels. So if you find her website, then maybe you watch her free training, then you can get in the back end of her higher ticket program/course type thing, and then also promoting the digital products in the episodes. She also has a strong affiliate network that shows up big for her in her launches, and she shows up for her email list consistently, even in between podcast seasons. So what can we learn here? Great content, plus time in the game, plus optimized systems is a sustainable business. And you don't need to be on Instagram to do it. Next up, I want to talk about a business coach that I work with who is a business coach for a very niche audience. And they've gone all in on YouTube, blogging, and Pinterest. She creates binge-worthy YouTube videos. Seriously, she is so good at this. I am not the niche that she serves, and I cannot help but watch many of them as we're creating content just because it's so good. She's so engaging. And from her YouTube videos, I'm sure based on the amount of YouTube subscribers she has, watch time, I don't see behind the scenes of her YouTube analytics at all. But from the metrics that I can see, I can assume that she's making some sort of revenue from YouTube. And then she's also promoting a free training that she gets people to sign up for, which then leads to an evergreen funnel where people can buy her course at a discount, which is awesome. That's how evergreen funnels typically work, in case you don't have one set up already. Usually, if you have a program that you only sell during a launch, or maybe it's always available on your website, if you get people to watch a free training in between, sometimes there's a back end way to get into it, and usually it is offered at a discount. So I have to say, this is probably sounds really simple, right? She creates great growth content on YouTube. It has built a community there, leads them to a free training, which then leads to a program. But let me tell you, every single piece of this funnel is so, so good. Like I said, I feel like she's really found her strength. She's so good on video. She leverages that. And then she has a ton of social proof because the end product is very good too. She hasn't posted on Instagram in 180 weeks. And yet people still look her up, comment on her old content on Instagram, and follow her because they find her on YouTube and Google. The key lesson I feel like we can take from here is simple funnels work when they're consistent and they're good. Number 3, this is a product-based business, and it is a bit different. It's a B2B business, which means they're selling a product to other business owners. I was kind of trying to figure out, I don't want to give away their niche. So to compare it to like a salon, they would be like the ones that are selling like the chairs and the hair dye and that kind of thing. So obviously word of mouth, I believe they also have outside sales reps. And they have a website that does 100% almost SEO driven. So, and not in the SEO that I typically talk about on this podcast. I am all about blogging and content marketing for SEO, which is part of the strategy, but a bigger part of the strategy is actually product page SEO, which means their clientele is already solution aware. If they were a hair salon or if they were selling to hair salons, they already know they need the hair dye, right? They're not trying to create a long form sales page to talk you into buying hair dye. You know that you need it. So instead, we're making sure that the product pages are super optimized for what their people are already searching for. And on top of that, we're layering in content and specific product updates that capitalize on industry buzzwords. So keeping with the hair example, but remember when keratin was a huge hair thing that we were all trying to, look up. Basically, they're watching for those kind of buzzwords in their industry. And when they pop up, they're updating their website to make sure that they rank for it. So think like optimized product descriptions, keyword-rich titles, meta titles descriptions being updated, tweaked, refined, roundup pages for niche solutions, that kind of thing. So here's the lesson. You don't need to spend a ton of time creating your content. Sometimes it really is about making your website do the heavy lifting. So even without blogging weekly, this business has built a visibility strategy where it counts, which is directly on Google or AI models that are leading people to what they need to buy, right? Like, how easy is that? This is one of the things that I don't think is talked about enough with SEO. When people are looking for you, they are so much more likely to take action than when you're constantly interrupting them on their scroll on Instagram. I don't know when you're on Instagram. Personally, I'm scrolling Instagram like in line at the grocery store. When I'm, like picking my kid up from daycare and I'm waiting for something. Like this is the time I'm on Instagram, and am I making a, you know, sizable investment? Usually not. If I'm buying something that's over like $20, usually it's because I saw it on Instagram enough times, probably because they're spending money on ads, if we're all being honest. So I think that that's something that we need to consider when we're looking at why SEO is a smart way to market your business. You'll notice that's something all 3 of these people have in common, and they've all been in business for a long time. This isn't a get rich quick kind of scheme, although I would say I think there is a unique opportunity to capitalize on SEO now with the rise of AI searches and with people looking for really niche and specific solutions, I think there's never been a better time. In fact, as I'm recording this, Adobe just acquired or is about to acquire SEMrush for $1.9 billion. Like, SEO isn't going anywhere. It is a good investment, and you just need to make a plan, commit to the plan, stay the course, either do it yourself or hire someone like me to help you. Here's what all three of these Instagram free businesses have in common. They lead with value first content like blogs, podcasts, YouTube. They're very findable using SEO, Pinterest, referrals, affiliates. They've built intentional funnels that don't rely on daily posting. They trust their strategy and let go of performative marketing and vanity metrics. And honestly, I think that's where marketing is headed in 2026. That's why I published my own 9 grid to say sayonara to chasing the Instagram algorithm that has never provided me a monetary ROI. So, your blog posts, your YouTube videos, your product pages, they're going to matter more, not less, as AI integrates deeper with search. If Instagram has felt exhausting, noisy, or you're just not aligned, there's a better way to market your business. Make sure to subscribe and follow me for more. I share videos every single Thursday, so I will see you next week.